Good evening, everyone. We are back with another installment this week of PA Wrestling semi-match of the week. Friday night edition, we have Quakertown at Pennridge in a Suburban 1 Continental matchup. We're starting the match tonight at 106 pounds. Pennridge coming in with an undefeated record of 2-0, 2-0 in the conference. Quakertown is 4-3. Here we are at 106 pounds. We have Josh Stahl from Quakertown, talented freshman with a record of 12-5. In quick on the shot. John Snyder with the counter, but Stahl comes out for the takedown. Stahl comes out with the takedown, and he's working crossface career right now. He's trying to bump the hip, trying to get him over. Snyder doing a nice job of fighting him off and breaks the lock. Minute 25 left in the period. Apologize for not having the graphics for the time for this match, but we're places we're just too far away. There we go, Stahl back in on crossface cradle, but Snyder fights it off. So I'll do my best to get the time. You look across the mat, you can see in the broadcast, you can kind of see the time. Stahl with the hazard tilt, gets a quick 2 back. He still has the hold broken. Our official for tonight is Lou Fiore. Stahl right tight waist chop. Right loads the hips up. He's looking to tilt him up again. He's trying to elevate the low leg, but he can't get it. He's getting he got a 2 count from Fiore. I thought it was a quick 2. In our dual meet rankings that came out yesterday, Pennridge comes in ranked number 3rd in the region behind first place Boyertown, or not first place, but ranked number 1 Boyertown, and ranked number 2 Council Rock South. However, our tournament team rankings that also came out yesterday, Pennridge is the 2nd ranked tournament team. They're guys that just go out and win matches. They have a lot of heavy hitters, as we'll see tonight in their full lineup. Again, Stahl in the chop, trying to load the hip up. He slips the bar in near side, and he's starting to run it now. He's got the far arm trapped. Now he's going bar with the tilt. See if he tries to sneak that leg in, elevates the low leg, hooks it. He's getting back. He still has the bar in as we wind down 10 seconds left in the period. He's trying to go reverse bar. He's going to come over the top now. He's got tight, but it looks like he's going to run out of time before the period's over. 3 seconds left, and there we go in the second period. Stahl's built a 9-0 lead after 1 on John Snyder. Pennridge defers, Stahl's decision. He goes down to start the second. Again, not working a major decision right now, up 9-0. Said Stahl in the season, Stahl up 9-0. Stahl in the season, 12-5 as a freshman, 7th at Flow Excalibur at Wilkes University, hosted by Wyoming Seminary, and he was 8th at the Bethlehem Hurricane Classic. Snyder out. Stahl with the lat drop for a reversal for 2. And he's getting back. He's switching, coming out front. He's got the low arm trapped. Snyder does a nice job fighting off his back. He got 3 more back. It is 14-0. Stahl's 1 point away from a tech fall. We have 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the second period. Going for a claw ride, bring him over. Working a 2-on-1 on top now. Stahl going back to that tight waist chop, looking to probably cinch up that 2-on-1. Now he comes across looking for crossface cradle. Snyder doing a nice job fighting off, but again, Snyder not doing much else, not looking to advance. There he goes with the tilt again. He only gets 1 count. There's a minute left in the second period. That in the background is Coach Glenn Kaiser from Hatboro Horsham High School, visiting with us here to see the match between Pennridge and Quakertown. I might have guest commentary if he wants to sit down and talk. I'd be more than happy to have him come in and sit down with Mike and I at the table. As we wind down, 25 seconds left in the period, it is 14-0 in favor of Josh Stahl. Glenn Kaiser has promised to jump in later in the broadcast. We're looking forward to having him sit in, give some insight. Here we go, Stahl looking to turn with under 10 to go. He's been all over him on top this first period, or through the match. Snyder to his feet, first time all match. Good mat return as time expires by Josh Stahl. So as we go into the third period, it's going to be Snyder's choice. He goes neutral. Stahl is up 14-0. As a team, Quakertown, as I said, comes in record 4-3. They're 5th place at the Ghost Town duels. And Stahl in quick on the takedown, and the match is over. 16-0 Tech fall at 4 minutes and 5 seconds. As I alluded to before, some of the heavy hitters from Pennridge. One is up, coming up next. We have Matt Parker from Pennridge. Ranked number 2 in the region. Returning state medalist. He's 17-2 on the season. He is wrestling Corey Cope from Quakertown. Cope comes in with a record of 3-10. He's a freshman. Parker aggressive off right from the whistle. Gives him head fakes in on a double leg takedown, cuts him across his head, and for 2. Ryan tight waist, looking at tight waist chop. To cinch up that 2-on-1. Parker looking back to his bench for some instructions, whether or not Coach Norley wanted him to cut him or not. He's again on the tight waist chop. Looks like he's trying to slip the bar in near side. Again, looks back for some instruction. And he cuts him. 2-1 here with 1:20 left in the period. And again on a double leg. Cuts across the hip and gets 2 for a takedown. Goes up 4-1 on Cope. Parker right on the 2-on-1 right now. See if he's looking at a tilt. We have 50 seconds left in the first period. He's looking to back hook that arm. Now he's going over the top. He's got the wrist control between the legs. He switches it off now, looking to slip the bar in near side. Cope not doing a whole lot, doing a lot of stalling on bottom. Cuts him again. It's now 4-2 with 28 seconds to go in the period. Cope in on a shot. Parker easily defends. Sparrow spins behind. He's now got a wrist, and he's going far side half. He's at the half on the far side. Steve's going to jump sides and run with 10 seconds going to period, up 6-2. Like both wrestlers are content with cruising into the second period. Quakertown's choice. Coach Handel has him defer. Parker decides his bench tells him to go down. Parker, as I said, coming off a year, a sophomore season, in which he went 32-3 and finished 5th in the state. He said this year he's 17-2 on the year. He was first at the Cumberland Valley Kickoff Class. There he is with the takedown, make it 8-9-2. Escape and takedown, make it 9-2. First at Cumberland Valley Kickoff. He was 3rd at B-City East. He was 3rd at Powerade. And in the region, pound for pound, he's a 6th rated wrestler. He's also a Lehigh University commit as a junior. As a team on the year, Pennridge, as I said, is 2-0 in the season. They're 2-0 in the league. Earlier in the year, they were 4th at the Cumberland Valley Kickoff Classic as Parker cuts Cope for a 9-3 lead with 1:09 left in the period. He's in on the outside, head inside single, outside single. Easily takes him down again, make 11-3. They were 17th at B-City East. 2 medalists, Parker and Gentile, who we'll see later on, wrestle 182 pounds. And they're 4th again at the prestigious Powerade tournament. And here we go with Far side claw and Turk. He's getting back points. He's got his 3 right now as we have 44 seconds going to period. Looking to get the exposure. Expose his shoulders for the pin. He's got that low leg Turk, that far side claw. He's reaching the far ankle. Going almost bow and arrow. Really getting those hips and grinding those hips in him as he's got 26 seconds to go in the period. Up 11-3, he's holding 3 back. Breaks the hold, he gets the 3 back. It's 14-3 with 15 seconds to go. He uses that Turk again, he takes him back over. Official Lou Fiore just counting the back off. So we have 2 seconds left. Parker's been all over Cope so far this match. 3 more back to make it 17-3. 1 more point secures in the tech fall. Said Pennridge was 4th at Powerade behind Wyoming Seminary, Bell Vernon, Kiski area, and not a pretty esteemed company right there. They're ahead of teams like Reynolds, Mifflin County, Our Lady Good Counsel out of Maryland. And here we are in the restart in the 3rd period. Cope in the down position. Parker at the dominant 14-point lead right now with 1:50 left in the period. Riding cross wrist with getting pressure forward. Not even letting Cope build his base up at this point. Again, he's got the working the 2-on-1. See if he tries to roll it out and put it up on his back. He's going looking to run that wrist forward. Fiore gives Cope a stalling warning. Putting it up on his back and traps it, slips the bar in. He's going to look to run. He's got bar and a half now. He's jumping inside. He's going to run that half. And here it is. This is tight. This is tight. He's going to get the fall. I don't know. Cope's got some fight in him. Might be wrong. Parker usually finishes when he gets in position. He's got a lot of time left. 1 minute left. Cope gets off his back, and he does. 3 back to make it 20-3. Tech fall at 5 minutes and 2 seconds. At 120 pounds for the Pennridge Rams, we have Austin Rush. And for the Quakertown Panthers, we have Trent Nielsen. Austin Rush, a senior, comes in with a record of 0-1. In on the high crotch. Nielsen doing a good job of pounding hips, getting in, countering. He's got a crossface going, crossface near ankle. Now it's up to the crossface near knee. He throws Rush down. Now head inside double. Driving in, looking to try and lift him up. Now he switched off to head inside single on the far side. Then we'll look to circle around, but Nielsen does a nice job of taking him off his base. Again, Rush finds himself with head inside, now head back outside. He's going to step up and turn the corner now. Looks like he's going to get it. Nice job by Rush. Rush being thrust into action with a recent hole in the lineup at Pennridge. That's the only comment PA Wrestling has about that. So we're at 2-0 lead with 1 minute left in the first period in favor of Austin Rush. Career record of 0-1. Trent Nielsen's a freshman with a record of 2-10. Looks like Rush has a Merkel locked up. Let's see if he's able to use it. He's got to get him big and lengthen him out. They look to roll him over. Nielsen doing a good job of coming out. Rush just didn't hit it with enough power. He kind of tried to take him over slowly. It didn't work for him. Nielsen on top trying to come at near side cradle, but gets off the hips, gets off a little bit too much, and Rush is able to turn in and grab a leg. He now needs to build his base and come up with that. No change yet as we have 4 seconds left. I'm sorry, got the reversal. No change, though, for Rush. We finished the period tied 2-2, Nielsen on top. It's Austin Rush's choice. He defers to Nielsen. And the Quakertown bench wisely puts Nielsen down position. Rush looking to chop him down. He's doing a good job getting some pressure forward, keeping the weight on Nielsen's hands and forearms. Nielsen sneaks a leg out. He's to his feet now. He's looking to cut hands. He's got to get him, lengthen those arms out, get it down to his hip. But he's letting him stay behind. Step in front trip by Rush. Nielsen does a nice job of wizarding the attempt at the change of level. Still no change yet. Still no change. Nielsen comes up. No change yet. No change yet. Still Nielsen in control. Or still Rush in control. Now Nielsen gets the reversal. Nielsen will work on top, but he's on his knees, not creating a lot of pressure on him. Rush still trying to turn in. Nielsen again looking for that near side cradle as he did in the first period. He's probably better luck lift that leg up, looking inside leg Turk. Now he's back behind the arms. He's coming across on the cross face. He's going to look to post behind the leg, maybe run that cross face cradle, but he's gotten too far out front and rushes in on the leg. Rush not doing a whole lot to build his base, however. Fiore might be calling a stalemate here. Nielsen breaks the lock, gets back behind, he's trying that near side cradle again. He's got him balled up. It looks like he's got it locked up now. He needs to readjust the lock, though. He's too high with it. He needs to get his hands down more around Rush's stomach, chest area. He's got him now. He's got to lift up, maybe step in. Looking to break the lock off his legs. There, now he's getting back. 14 seconds left in the period. He's going to get at least 2 back. He's holding 3 now, Fiore is. Head inside, wants to lift up. He got a little bit high, pushed over a little too much.
Hello.
End of the period, he gets 3 back to make it 7-2 in favor of Trent Nielsen. Rush chooses neutral position for the final period. He's down 7-2. He's going to have to really get after it. Nielsen on the head inside single. Cuts off to a double leg. Blocks the knee. Comes out for a takedown to make it 9-2. At this point, he's probably going to go back to his bread and butter from the second period, which was the near side cradle. Right now going crossface cradle. It's over the wrong side of the head if he's trying to go cross. He's going near side. He's got locked up again. He needs to lift up and step into those between those legs, and now he's getting back. He's looking pinned right now. Definitely getting bonus points. He needs to circle his hips back towards the head and get pressure over that far shoulder that's up. Oh, he's got him in trouble there. He rocks him back a little bit, settles in. He's going to get the fall. He needs to rock back a little bit towards his feet. There. Now we should have it. We can't see from this angle we're at. Quakertown bench and fans going pretty nuts. Rush coming up. Nielsen needs to settle back in with 51 seconds left in the period. He needs to really sag his hips hard to come back. The cradle lock is broken. Rush can come out the back. Gets a half. He can put him right to his back. He gets his hips up. Three back to make it 12-2. He's got the major decision now. Want to thank Pennridge and Coach R.P. Norley and their AD for having us here tonight. Nice crowd here in the white gym here at Pennridge. A lot going on here. Swim meet, basketball game, and all varsity sport events. Nielsen back on top with 30 seconds to go. Getting pressure for as Rush off his base. Working a 2-on-1. Rush tries a headlock attempt, but no luck. as we wind under 20 seconds to go in the period. Looks like we'll end with a major decision in favor of Trent Nielsen to get his third win of the season. Nice job by him. Running score here to 9-5 in favor of the away team, the Pennridge or the Quakertown Panthers. Another one of the studs for Pennridge coming out now at 126 pounds. We have Cordell Rush. He's wrestling Dalton Klein from Quakertown. Klein is a junior, comes in with a record of 3-8, career record of 10-33. Cordell Rush comes in with a record of 15-3. Quickly in, snap down, takedown, cuts him. Shoots a high crotch, doesn't get it. Klein on the counter. Has hooks. Rush quickly out of that. Controlling that tie, snapped him down. Got him on his feet, got him on his knees rather. Right from the front headlock, easily spins behind for another 2-point takedown to make it 4-1. They said Rush in the season is 15-3. He was first at Cumberland Valley kickoff. Did not place at BC East, was in that last round of the round of death before, and then on a high crotch again for another takedown, make it 6-2. Cuts him again. Tries to pass the elbow, goes back to the high crotch, but snap down, spin behind. Was in the round of death, round 12 that gets into medal round at BC East, but did not make it, and was third at the Powerade. Pound for pound in the region, he's honorable mention. At 126 pounds, he's ranked the second ranked wrestler in District 1, behind Matt Marino from Garnet Valley. He's a returning state qualifier. He's got a cross-face cradle locked up. Cordell Rush coming off the season, saw him go 27-9. He's 94-29 for his career. I'm gonna say he's a senior. He's up 8-3 right now, 27 seconds to go. Chops him down, looking to punch that. He punches the bar in on the near side. Got bar in the wrist. Let's see if he runs with it. Klein is sitting to the hip that the bar is on, trying to do his best to defend it. He's now reinforced that bar with 10 seconds to go. See if he can get a cheap tilt here, get some points. He's gonna look to crank him over. He's gonna look to stack him, but Klein is kind of laying on his side. Klein defers, and Stilling chooses the bottom position to start the second period. Rush bases up to his feet, looking for a standing switch. Going to come around. Again, still moving. Klein trying to counter, but Rush out for the one escape and the spin behind for a 2-point takedown, making a quick 11-3. And he's now looking to go cross-face cradle, or he's got the cross-face. Now he's going inside leg Turk. He's looking to lift. He's back to the tight waist and chop. Looking for a quick cheap tilt. He's got the bar. He's looking to slip the bar in near side. Again, Klein not doing a whole lot. Minute 20 left in the period. Now he's got the crossface cradle locked up. He's looking to bump him over. Going over sideways. Now he's going to look to see him putting his knee in the side, and he gets the fall at 3 minutes and 49 seconds. You have Cordell Rush as your winner. 95 wins in his career, 5 away from 100 from the Century Club. We come into 132 pounds. We have freshman Evan Whitting, comes with a record of 9-6. And for Quakertown, we have junior Charles Whitman, comes in with a record of 2-3. Whitting on the season, like I said, 9-6, a freshman with his tough Schedule A wrestle, quick end on the outside single. and gets easy takedown for one. Or for two, sorry. With this tough schedule, he's 9-6, nothing to shake a stick at. He's battle tested. Wrestling some of the toughest tournaments in the region, if not the country. And for his efforts, he was 5th at the Cumberland Valley Kickoff Classic in the beginning of the season. Right away, he's got good forward pressure. Run the bar near side. He's going to look to run it. He's got bar and a half. It looks like from here. Hard to tell. And he's got bar and a hook. And then now one bar and wrist, bar and tight waist. And looking to run it. He's got it now. He's got him going. I'm going to take that wrist now and block that arm. He's got 1:07 left in the period. Folks, we are in for a treat here. Glenn Kaiser is coach of Happer Horsham here, obviously scouting some of these future opponents. He's going to sit in with us for a few matches, maybe the rest of the match. I don't know. I'm hoping for the rest of the match we have some, maybe have some banter back and forth. 2-on-1 goes in for the hazard tilt, and he's getting some back now. He's got a quick shoot count. There's his back with 25 seconds to go. He runs his lead to 4-0 here in the first period. Whitman doing all he can to get off his base, but he's just having trouble getting to there. Winding doing a great job of riding, staying hips on hips, getting good forward pressure, just not letting him give him a chance to base up. As we end the first period, Winding on top, up 4-0. Winding shoots us down in the second period. Klein on top, or I'm sorry, Whitman on top. Winding with a quick switch, power switch, cuts across the hip. Does a nice shot picking up the low ankle so he can't get his hips around. Right into a cheap tilt. Looking to slip that bar near side now. And he's reinforced it. Whitman gets it free. He's got bar and tight waist, where he was for most of the first period. Now he goes bar wrist. Now he's going to get out and run it. Now he's going to get him over. Doesn't have a far arm hooked too well. He's only going to get a few back. Going to look to readjust. He's got some back. He's going to get 2. Runs it lead to 8-0 with 1:15 left in the period. Again, as go to bounce here. Still with an 8-0 lead in favor of Evan Whitting. 44 seconds left in the period. Team score is 11-9 in favor of the Rams. Both teams trained some matches with bonus points early on here. There we go. Dropping down to ankle and a chop for Whitting. We wind down, 30 seconds left in the period. So as we wind down the last 20 seconds of this period, folks, get ready. I will be joined by Happer Horsham head coach Glenn Kaiser to sit in. We're going to have a little, like I said, a little friendly banter, go back and forth. So bear with us. It might be a little chaotic at first, but I'm sure it's going to be entertaining. Period ends 8-0 in favor of Evan Whitting. With 2 more back, I'm sorry, to make that 10-0. Whitman chooses top in the third period. Neutral didn't work. Bottom didn't work. Maybe we'll have some success up top. He's actually motioned to his bench for a little optional start. Maybe you might see him try and come around front. He needs something big to get himself back in the match. What he needs is a pin. Not sure why he took top, just to let him go. Here we are back on our feet. Minute 50 left in the period. You know, Coach Kaiser sits at the table with us, and all of a sudden people are taking pictures. I feel important. Check Twitter. We're being tweeted out. All right, minute 30 left here, neutral position. It's 11-0 in favor of Evan Whitting. It's an arm spin right to his back. Great move. Whitman walked right into it. He's bridging off his shoulders. There's the fall at 5 minutes and 42 seconds. If Evan Whitting will give the home Pennridge Rams a 17-9 lead. All right, folks, welcome to the fold. Glenn, welcome to PAWrestling.com. Bonus coverage match of the week. Pennridge at Quakertown. How you doing, Glenn? Hold on, now your volume should be up. No, I don't hear him now. All right, here we go, 132 pounds. 138 pounds, rather. We have Christian Cooper for Pennridge. And Nick Hadley from Quakertown. Yeah, Coach Kaiser's here. We're talking, and you know we're not hearing him just yet. I promise we're gonna get him. Cooper in on the takedown. So we have some blood time here. All right, while we are on blood time, we'll hope to fix these technical difficulties. Quoting Coach Kaiser. Christian Cooper is a senior, comes in with a record of 2-8. Coming off a junior season, saw him go 5-6. A career record of 7-24.
Test.
There we are. We are now in business. The genius Mike Leister, the man, the behind the scenes, has us all hooked up, ready to go. Glenn, again, I welcome you to PA Wrestling's little bonus coverage here. Friday Night Wrestling, Friday Night Lights. We could call it Quakertown Pennridge. Welcome. How's it going, Glenn?
Great. This is awesome. I mean, this is good stuff. We got a little packed gym here down in the alternative venue, this alternative gymnasium where we've wrestled many times over the years.
You know, they call this the White Gym, Glenn.
Yeah, it feels good. No, why do they call it the White Gym?
I don't know. I think they have a green gym and a white gym. I think this is the old gym. So, you know, they have a home varsity basketball game today and a home swim meet. There's a packed house tonight here at Pennridge.
Yeah, Pennridge boys are down at Hatboro Horsham right now, so a lot of green around here. I wanted to mention that freshman in that last match. He was impressive there for Pennridge. That Evan Whiting, impressive fall there. They needed that fall too.
Yeah, I commented he's 9-6 in the season now, 10-6, but you know that is he's battle tested with the schedule they've wrestled so far.
Yeah, it's a 6 schedule they have.
Want to congratulate you, Glenn, on your finish at the Wetzel. You guys had a nice job. You were high placers. You guys went on a tear in those wrestlebacks. It really put you in finished in 4th place, correct?
Yeah, we finished in 4th place. It was a nice wrestleback round for us there in the consolations.
Okay, we got Cooper on top here running a half with legs in. He maybe wants to get off those legs and get out the sign, start running it.
Got that arm pretty tight.
Official Lou Fiore's all over it though. Good move there, grabbing the wrist, putting it in. Now he can drop off the hip if he wants and pry it over, but we run out of time. Again, Coach Kaiser and I will do our best to fill in on time. Due to our placement, we don't have a good vantage shot of the scoreboard, or I'm sorry, the clock. Mike Leister, as always, is on the scoreboard. And the clock you can kind of see from across the mat.
I'll try and stay on that for you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Glenn. Okay, here we go. Second period on our feet. Nick Hadley, Christian Cooper. Cooper up 2-0. Hadley is a junior, comes with a record of 3-5. Cooper in again on that high crotch. He switched off to double leg.
He's real deep.
Yep. Did a nice job cutting that hip off, putting him on his butt.
Yeah, that's the thing with Pennridge. They're going to go for 6 minutes. They're going to come at you on your feet all day long.
See, Hatboro's rolling deep here tonight, Coach. Guys out scouting future opponents.
Yeah, we're taking a look at Quakertown here. Wednesday night we have them up there, Quakertown. So we know we're in for a tough one. So we figured get a good look at them tonight. Probably a battle for second place here, as you know, with Pennridge in the Continental. But you know, I think on any given night, any of these teams can kind of really do battle with one another and come out on the right end. I mean, North Penn did it Wednesday night against Quakertown, even with one of their #1 guys there in Sophane Benzmail, you know, taking the loss there. So it's a good match right now. I mean, this middle right here is very key for both teams. I mean, obviously when you get up top with Stillings and you go up with Gentile, I mean, it gets crazy for Quakertown. They're going to have to try and get some good matchups up there. I don't know if they can, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know, this is one of the ones on paper where you thought you really think Quakertown it's a must-win for them. And we have 40 seconds left in the second period, and you know Cooper's coming out and just wrestling tough, been dominant on his feet thus far, and he's riding tough on top. He hasn't turned him yet, but you know you can only be on bottom. You know you can only be on bottom for so long before the inevitable happens.
Yeah, and he's breaking him down right to his belly. Once he gets him there with the legs in, I mean, he can pretty much ride from here. He's working up now. Got 15 seconds left here.
Again, doing a good job getting pressure forward, keeping weight on his hands.
Nice Granby attempt.
And he's on the leg, see if he can come out and get some out of it.
Look for that Peterson. It looks like he's got that Peterson hooked up.
He got the reverse with the buzzer. Great action there at the end. Granby into the Peterson. No back, though. 4-2.
That's some great chain wrestling by the Quakertown wrestler there. Hadley's been around. I mean, you know, he doesn't have an impressive record, but he's always out there fighting until the end. So that's a big 2 points right there at the end of the period. I mean, that's at the buzzer.
Quakertown bench has Hadley go down. Cooper puts him back on his feet wisely. I mean, Cooper's been dominant there. His offense has been working for him. Yet even though Cooper has a record of 2-8, again, like you said, 6 schedule. He's wrestled some tough competition. He's one of those guys that is, you know, there's no break in this lineup. Once they start hitting their dual meets here within the Suburban 1. Yeah,
you know, Pennridge is pretty interesting. You know, they don't wrestle any dual meets until they get into the league schedule, and then they're going to go to the Rock Yard duels, and you know, mix it up with North Penn, Council Rock North. I'm not sure who else.
Pottsgrove first round.
Yeah, Pottsgrove right out of the gate. So I mean, it's interesting to see them with a dual meet lineup because you just don't know what it looks like until they get into this league.
Shot attempt by Hadley after Cooper.
Oh, he's deep
legs.
too.
Put him down safely. Nice job.
No, he's bumped through. Some good work there.
Yep. Hadley really needed to take him down and pin his hips to the mat, so that couldn't happen. But Cooper just doing a nice job. He's scrappy. About 1 minute and 10 left in the match.
Yeah, you know, we might get a stalemate here. I don't know. See how long he lets this play out.
Hadley's looking to get that leg free and spin behind. Cooper holding on for dear life. There's your stalemate.
There's a stalemate. 1 minute to go here, 58 seconds. So this is going to be an interesting flurry here now. 4-3 score.
For the first time in the match, we see Cooper take a step back, and Hadley's a little bit on the offensive now. Trying to hit that high crotch out of it. Cooper retreats. At the edge of the mat, he's got to get that second leg.
Ooh, it's a good thing he turned there because could have been called for fleeing the mat there.
Oh, almost.
He's going to call it.
Uh-oh.
It's a good call. I thought it was there initially, the first 3 hops out.
Yep.
He did turn and fight, but at that point, you got to battle.
Yep.
So now it's all tied up, 4-4, 37 seconds left. I mean, it's either a takedown now or we go to overtime.
Yep, good call, Coach. High crotch again by Cooper. It's been his bread and butter tonight.
Great finishing with the double.
Hadley's in. There's the 2. Hadley grimacing in pain as he got put to the mat.
Yeah, he can just probably stay right there.
Go under 20 left in the match. Hadley holding on. Not sure he knows if he gives the 2 points or not. Now he thinks he's close to the clock. Now he realizes that he's down 2.
10 seconds to go.
Not out of it yet. Big win for Christian Cooper. Gutsy win after getting that penalty point called on him. A lot of kids might fold when that happens. Came right back, hit his head, high crotch. All 6 points came off high crotch for him today.
Yeah, and you know Pennridge spends a lot of time on their feet, just like most schools here in District 1. We spend most of our time on our feet in the practice room because that's when it matters there. 30 seconds to go. You need to go get a takedown. He just went and got that high crotch and finished with a double. It was executed perfectly.
For Pennridge, we have junior David Nahas. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. He's in on a high crotch. Switch off to double leg, sets him down nicely for a 2-point takedown. Nahas comes in with a record of 8-6 on the season. He's a junior. 0-3 last year. Immediately
Quick
on the
reversal
switch.
there. Good action right here.
Exactly. Going back and forth.
Looks like no change. Now he did give him 2, so got to be 2 coming right back here with the reversal.
We have Tanner Sizlov for, I'm sorry, make that Tanner Sizlov for the...
no, Sizlov's up back there warming up. That's not Sizlov.
Is that James Tulio? Didn't make an announcement here. And it's not, Coach is right, it's not Sizlov. I believe it's James Tulio. Sports shoe here with 45 seconds going to first period. We're trying to get confirmation now from the table who it is. Nas with the bar. Jump sides, now he's going to look to push the head back and drag him back in. 33 seconds to go into period. To rake him back here. It's not working though. Better jumping sides, actually running the bar now with 20 seconds going to period.
Oh, he's got to sink that bar here. I mean, he might get some back points if he can sink this bar and get out front. Here he comes. He's going to take a big step here.
Yep,
He's got it. He's got to drop that elbow. He's going to get some backs here. 8 seconds to go.
There it is. Sit. He's sitting short sit behind the back.
There it is.
If he had more time, he'd get the fall.
So he got a 2 count, maybe a 3 count. So 2 backs. Again, Pennridge just outworking the Panthers at the buzzer. I mean, that's key.
Again, Coach Kaiser joins us at the table here, and we're getting heckled from the fans. He's a local celebrity here in Suburban 1.
Well, you're around long enough to either love or hate me.
I've been corrected from the crowd. It's Southeast Region legend.
Up,
Tulio looking for the crossface cradle, but comes off the hip. Nas got him right on his back. He's got the low arm trapped. He's going to pull forward. He's got both arms packaged with his right. Might switch off to a headlock here. He's got over-under.
Yeah, he's creeping out front. This could get tight here. There it is.
And there's the fall at 2 minutes and 33 seconds for David Nahas.
And, you know, that's going to be the difference in the match is the bonus points. You know, anywhere you go in the Suburban 1 League, doesn't matter if you're in the National, American, or the Continental, bonus points are going to decide dual meets. Just the same thing in the Pac-10. I mean, you guys see it all the time up there. I mean, you see some big battles up there, but bonus points are the key every time. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Quakertown to recover now. I mean, they're down 26-9. And, you know, Tanner Sizlov's a good wrestler here. I mean, I think this is a good matchup for Quakertown, but they're going to need a fall here to get back into the match.
Yeah, we have David Blanchard from Pennridge and Tanner Sizlov from Quakertown, as Coach said, alluded to. Sizlov, a tough wrestler. Blanchard, as a sophomore, comes with a record of 1-4, career record 1-9. Sizlov in with the head inside single. Blanchard did a nice job fighting it off. Now he's at the all-in-one front headlock. He's got to get on his toes though and punish him a little bit there. He can't just let him hang out underneath.
Yeah, Sizlov has to get off his knees too there. Both just kind of jockeying for some position. Probably going to just feel each other out here at the start of the match. Sizlov looking to drag out here.
Now he's head inside. He's looked like he was going to dump him, but they ran out of real estate. Minute 17 left in the period.
You know, and again, Blanchard's one of these North Penn wrestlers that, Pennridge wrestlers that just is tough.
Yeah. There, the outside single, low outside single was Sizlov for 2. Cut it off to a double. Even the guys you don't think are tough in this Pennridge lineup really come out and they just battle.
Yep.
They stick in your face for 6 minutes.
Yeah, you think you have a nice matchup, and the next thing you know, the guy's going full 6 minutes, and you know you're fighting for a decision. And you know, Sizlov has to realize here that you know he's the better man and kind of pick up the pace a little bit. I mean, he's real tough on top. He's probably gonna look for a tilt here. Obviously, you know they're always looking for the cradle from wherever. But Sizlov's pretty tough on top. He's pretty basic. He's probably gonna look for some bars, but he probably wants to tilt him up here. He's looking for a crossface here now. Looking for that crossface cradle.
Sizlov being upperclassmen should really look to assert his dominance here in the second period.
Yep. And
we are running out of time.
You know Pennridge all week was working on, you know, grabbing that arm, you know, coming over on the cradle. So they're prepared for that. So, you know, the Quakertown wrestlers are going to have to mix it up a little bit here. Yeah, the real nice thing about tonight's match, you see a lot of coaches here tonight. You know, Rob Schetsline here rooting for Quakertown. Obviously, the Hatters are over here sitting on the Pennridge side. We have some loyalties to Coach Rittenhouse and, you know, some good friendships with RP. So it's interesting to see the guys come out here. And I think we're just here for good wrestling. We're not here really scouting. Just kind of out for a good Friday night, like you said, Friday night lights for wrestling.
Sizlov out quick in the second period, making a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to come out here and look for this cradle too.
Yep, he's got the all-in-one front headlock. Dropping his head in the hole right now as he's coming around the side. If we had another mic, do you think we could get Schetsline to come sit with us?
I don't know about that. Schetz is out on a date tonight, I think.
Uh-oh. There you go. Sizlov in, switch over, and gets the 2. Makes it 5-0. Now he's starting to turn it up.
Yeah, the coaches are telling him to let him go. They're looking for more action on his feet. They need some big points here.
Blanchard doing a good job tying up hands. But that's about all he's doing on bottom. He's not really looking to come out. This is the first time I think his knees come off. One of his knees has come off the mat.
Sizlov's trying to stuff that arm. Looking for that crossface cradle. Maybe we'll look for some double trouble out front here. I don't know if he'll switch it up. Still wants that cradle.
Yep. Blanchard doing a good job just getting big, staying big, not letting it happen. But he's belling out.
Here comes a stalling call. Good call there.
No, he called the call. He called it on Sizlov for just hanging out.
Interesting.
I have to agree.
And now Sizlov's going to put him up coach's orders. So we'll see if Sizlov can get another takedown here. 34 seconds left here in the second.
There he's that low single switch over to other side. His head inside single. He's going to come up. Do a nice job here. He's trying to step over the leg, get it inside, at least inside. Picking out, put inside now. He's got him.
Yeah, nice getting that height there. Trying to kick it out. He got it.
Runs the lead to 7-1 here. 10 seconds going to second period.
Yeah, and Sizlov is kind of doing his job right now. He's probably going to have to work for the tech fall here. You know, Major's coming for sure, but, you know, I'm sure Coach Handel wants more points out of Sizlov right here. I mean, they definitely need a fall, get back in this match. It's tough to send a kid out to get that fall. I mean, you just really have to work for it and let it come rather than kind of press for it. again, Blanchard, looking for coaching instructions from the sidelines too. He knows his job too. He doesn't want to give up a major. He doesn't want to give up any bonus points. Sizelov's going to put him up.
I expect to see Sizelov turn it up here in the third period.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
He's going to open it up. There he's head inside single. The leggy shots every time he's head in between. See if he chooses to come out one side. He's going to lay him down on the hip. Now he's going to look to probably circle to his right, cut off that other hip. Blanchard did a nice job of countering.
Oh, real good there. Good hips by Blanchard, but Sizelov in great position. Let's see if they cut him. Cut him again. They're saying one more. See what happens here. Sizelov wants a cradle bad.
Yeah. He got himself in trouble there before getting the stall call, hanging out on that crossface. Pennridge fans are relentless. Now they're stalling in there.
Now they call it on Pennridge. The green armband goes up, and that's probably where it should have went last time.
There we are.
There's a nice tilt by Sizelov.
Nice shot. He's got to kick that post leg out.
Not getting any back points yet. Almost in criteria. That's real close here.
Blanchard doing a phenomenal job. Now he's working the low hand. His hand's free, and he gets out without giving up any back.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's just being a little too high up off the mat. I mean, some refs don't call that. A lot of refs will. So now we're back on our feet here with 42 to go, and we need a takedown. If you're Quakertown right now.
As Coach Kaiser alluded to, one more takedown will put it in a major decision. Try and shoot through those hooks, though, probably not the best idea. Blanchard there at the head with the front headlock, and Sizelov gets out of bounds for the restart.
Yeah, we'll see if Blanchard puts his track shoes on here, whether he engages, because he tied up real nice with Sizelov there. Let's see what happens here. Sizelov needs to get in again on that high crotch like he has earlier.
Shot from left field, but he's in deep.
And a shot with his head down. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it. He's digging in.
He's got Blanchard up. He's got to cut that other leg off. Blanchard doing a good job. He's got 6 seconds to go. He cuts it.
Dumps him. He's coming around. He got it. Great work by Sizelov.
You got to tip your hat to Blanchard, too. He went out there in the match. He maybe didn't know if he could win, and went on battle the whole time. And against a pretty talented Quakertown wrestler, one of their better wrestlers.
Absolutely. I mean, that's good. Great work by both wrestlers there.
Another one of the studs I talked about earlier for Pennridge is up right now. We have Josh Stillings and Mike McGuire for the Quakertown Panthers. Stillings on a season 15-5. McGuire comes in with a record of 5-7. It said Stillings 4th at the Cumberland Valley Kickoff Classic, 3rd at Powerade. Pound for pound in the region, he's an honorable mention. Means he's receiving some votes from our rankers.
Don't know any of those guys. Yeah, Stillings is coming off a great tournament.
And at 160 pounds in our latest rankings that were released last night, Stillings ranked number 1 at 160 pounds, goes from 52 to 60. He was 3rd at 52 last week, moves to 60, and unseats formerly ranked number 1 wrestler Dan Iredale of Conestoga. I have to say, it is just a ranking, but it's pretty well deserved. Nice job on the front headlock, tried to shuck him by. Again, back to the front headlock. He's got his head in the hole. He's got it tight. He needs to drop that elbow a little more to match. Look how he's sitting through. Shucks him by and gets the 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think Stillings can go either weight class in the postseason. I mean, it'd be interesting to see where he goes. I'm sure lots of people are looking at that right now. Iredale's undefeated again. I'm sure he'll probably run the table all the way to regionals like he did last year. But, it's all about schedule. And
yep.
Pennridge has one of the best in the country, actually. You talk about that, and I'm not kidding around. I mean, you go to the Beast, you go out there to Powerade, it's the real deal.
Yeah, I agree. Some say Powerade's a little bit better. We got Stillings all over him on top here. Ran the reinforced bar over. Now he's looking to stack him up. McGuire's, in a lot of trouble right now. It's quick 7-0 with 19 seconds going in the first period. Stillings just a sophomore, state qualifier last year, coming off a freshman year in which he went 39-12. First career is 54-17.
Yeah, he makes a big jump in weight class too. But I mean, you know, obviously with his growth and his height, he's really solid. You know, leverage sometimes is a little better than strength, and he's got all leverage.
That he does.
You know, you can't teach hips, and when you have leverage with good hips, you're going to be tough to beat. You're going to be good in every position.
Duck attempt there by Stillings. McGuire reacts. Super duck attempt, and puts McGuire on skates, and he just kind of falls down.
It looks like Stillings is going to go to work on his feet now.
Yep.
Probably try and catch him, you know, with something off his feet, you know, take him right to his back. I think that's the way to go right now. I mean, you know, Stillings here is expected to get the fall, but he's going to work. And, you know, Quakertown's going to be in a lot of trouble here if they give up big points to Stillings. They're going to double him up in points. They're already doubled up. It's going to be tough to recover from this.
Yeah. McGuire, new to District 1 this year, spent his freshman and sophomore seasons at Western Wayne High School in District 2, up in the area where I grew up. Was 18-16 last year, 6th place at districts.
Western Wayne?
I didn't go to Western Wayne. That's where he went. I grew up in Wilkes-Barre.
Well, I've seen Western Wayne. They've been down. They came to Escape the Rock, I think, last year. And they were at the Rock Yard Duels a couple years ago as well.
Yep.
Probably several years ago.
They had a run. Here we go. Spladle. Portal rush. Very opportunistic. McGuire hung it out there. That's tight.
And he got the fall.
Lou Fiore could not call it quick enough. He was trying to find space just to get that last look. As we have 3 minutes and 12 seconds into the match, Stillings gets the slap of the mat.
Yeah, there's really no way to look at that fall with the split. I mean, you got to feel under there, but he was probably pinned immediately when he took him over. So that's an impressive fall right there. I mean, now it's 32-13, and Quakertown has a lot of work to do. So we'll see here. I mean, solid wrestler for Quakertown coming up now in Nick Basil. So we'll see if they can get some points back. The gym gets quiet first time all night, I think.
Yeah, with Basil and O'Neill for the Rams. O'Neill comes in with his junior record of 2-2, career record of 6-4. Basil comes in with a record of 4-9.
Nice double attempt there. He got it.
Back trips. Like you said, it's just next man up in this Pennridge lineup. You know, it's my first time I've seen them this season, and you know, you read all about them, you look at all the stats, and until you see them in person, they are impressive.
Yeah, they're solid top to bottom. I mean, you don't even know some of these guys. I mean, the freshmen coming up, you know, you hear about the talk about Pennridge's freshmen, their midget program, and you really just don't understand it until you see it live in a dual meet. You know, you're not going to get out to the Power 8 necessarily and see these guys wrestle on TV or catch them on Flow, but, you know, they're impressive up and down the lineup. I mean, they're gritty.
Coach Norley doing a good job with this program. You know, taking to the level that it's at now. It's you know, it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, their numbers are up too. I mean, we talked about this before about the numbers being up with some of these SOL teams, particularly in the Continental. I mean, even with Happer Horsham, Quakertown's got a loaded bench. Pennridge is full. Solderton's on the rise. Their bench is full. They got a full lineup for the first time in a long time. I mean, this is great for high school wrestling here in Pennsylvania. North Penn always has, you know, 40 guys in the room plus. You know, it's a dying sport, but you wouldn't know tonight here.
No. And we were at Westchester Ruston. Ruston has close to 50 guys on their roster. Coach Brad Harkin told me that they have to hold 2 practices every day just to get everyone in the room. Their room's kind of small. They have about 4 sections of mat, so it doesn't work. It's not conducive for that many guys. They run a 2-tier practice. So it is, like you said, nice to see that these, you know, programs and some of the matches we've done so far have had nice sized benches, lots of JV matches. Nice shot by O'Neal with the breakdown with the mat return, getting him back down.
Yeah, I mean, 15 seconds left to go here in the first, and O'Neal's in control of the match. He's looking for some back points here with a tilt. He's got to press to the mat. He might get some. Coming around, keeping it safe. That's smart. His time ticks off here in the first. Nice control by O'Neal. I'm surprised, I'll be honest with you.
We said it time and time again. You have all the big horses here for Pennridge, and these other guys kind of get like lost in the fold, and you don't hear anything about them. You don't know anything about them, and then they come out and they maul you, and it's they're tough outs. You look at the record, and you said earlier you think you're going to get maybe an easy one or a good matchup, and it's not. They're just tough top to bottom.
Oh yeah, then you go to the leagues, and the next thing you know, Pennridge has 11 guys at districts.
Yep.
I mean, that's what happens.
And 5 of them have losing records on the season.
Right.
Or 500 records.
Right. And people are wondering why they're ranked so high as a Dormy team. Well,
great job to bear hug. Use those double hooks to the bear hug. Slapping it up. Put him down the mat.
Yeah, now it's 5-0 here. I mean, he's got a comfortable lead. He's riding on top very well. He's in a great position. He's going to have to get out to the side a little bit, or Lou's probably going to call him. But he's working hard. Again, the youth program here at Pennridge is just outstanding. I mean, I don't even know what their numbers are like, but it just seems like every year they just reload. And it's not just down in the lower weights either. It seems to be right up and down the lineup. 9th graders come in good shape, good size.
Something in the water up here, I think.
Mean Green Machine.
Yeah, I might need to bottle some up and take it home with me. We got a minute 15 left in the second period. O'Neal out with a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, he's looking to sink this bar.
It's been all O'Neal early on here.
Yeah, he's going to take this the opposite way. This is a great tilt here. Very popular now.
Reinforced bar tilt.
Yeah. Now he's in
Got
a little bit of trouble.
with it. Basil takes advantage if he gets the reversal, make it 5-2.
50 seconds left here in the second. See what Nick can do. See if he can get a turn of his own.
We're going to come out to the side of his power half. We'll see if he wants to throw a leg in with it. Probably going to be too effective running that power half with nothing with it. Now he's going to try to switch crossface cradle. But O'Neal's doing a nice job.
O'Neal, nice stand up here. He's got to get clear. He's out.
Made it look easy.
They caught that arm. I mean, like I said, they probably were working on that all week. In fact, I know they were.
You have eyes in the room?
I got some inside info when I got here.
Ill-advised shot by O'Neal.
Just scooted behind. So 6-4 score, 9 seconds left here. In the second, it's going to be an interesting third period in this one.
Basil better take him down before it's hit for Stalling or take him out. 2 seconds left. O'Neal with the 6-4 lead over Nick Basil.
Is it Basil or Basil? I always get that. I get that confused.
Again, we apologize if we get the names incorrect. If someone wants to correct us and put it on the form, we greatly appreciate it.
No, I'm from Hapro Horsham. You know, we have this different dialect down there. We're not from the ridge. We're not above the ridge, so we talk like those people from Philadelphia.
A little bit. Basil or Basil takes down the third period. You know, he's got a little pep in his step now after coming out. We'll see if O'Neal has the same.
Oh, O'Neal's going to put him up. And you know what? Coach Norley there, this is smart. This is where they spend most of their time on their feet. And he's got a couple of takedowns. Why not? Extend the lead here if he gets a takedown. Both kind of standing up right here. I don't like that. I like you to stay in position here.
Basil getting good hands to the head, getting him moving around. But when he get, O'Neal just try to cut hands, and there's the elbow pass.
There's that shot again.
Yep.
They come straight in with a double and go right to a single leg. It's nice.
He's gonna try and pull that up out front, get that leg height. He tries to cut it off the double.
Got a nice whizzer in there.
Yeah, very nice.
They fought that off nice.
Some good action here. Neither wrestler giving an inch here. Good shot off the whistle, head inside double. He's running right through him. O'Neal tries to
funk out.
Pull him through. Now he's in on that leg. We're going to probably have a stalemate here before anything. Will he get the 2?
It looked like
Nothing
2
yet.
right there.
I thought he had a knee down as well.
He had a knee and a hand down. I don't know about that. You know, that's why this college rule has to come into play on the edge. I mean, you got to let that play out over there.
I felt, talking about the out of bounds rule, I said I felt it was very consistent at the Wetzel, the final, the 2 referees, that they were very consistent calling out of bounds.
Yeah, and, you know, that one match with the guy from Belo, I mean, it was just a great match. I mean, it was a tough call for both wrestlers twice. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, as long as you're consistent on the edge, I think most coaches are going to be happy with that. There's a lot of discussion with the officials about it. You know, officials aren't going to tell you what they're going to call, but you know, you got to keep wrestling at the edge. You cannot let down on the edge. It doesn't matter.
Shot fake there by O'Neal, doing
40 seconds left.
There you go, the head inside double again. He's got him driving through him. He's running through him, but it looks like he might run out of room.
As you said earlier, runs out of real estate. Good double attempt. 30 seconds left. So this is the 30-second drill on our feet we do in the room. Everybody does it. So let's see who wants it more here.
Another shot by Basil. Not the best of shots. O'Neal's got him into the front head. See if he looks at. He's going to shoot out of it. No. Side better of it. Ooh. You know, Basil's picked it up here in the 3rd period, which he had to, coming in down 2 points. And, you know, O'Neal's kind of shut down his offense a little bit. Oh, he's tight in that front headlock. He uses it to get in on that high single.
Well, that was nice. O'Neal turned right at the line and grabbed the leg. That was smart because I thought he could have been hit for 1 right there. See if he stays in the middle here. Battles 10 seconds left now.
Not the best shot by Basil.
Nice pick there. Nice knee pick.
As time expires, O'Neal stretches the lead 8-5. Makes it 35-13.
I'll tell you, the Pennridge bench is real excited about that win. So, yeah, that's a big win for Pennridge now with their number 1 guy coming out on the mat. That's huge.
For all the tough guys that Pennridge has, here comes their number 1, their heavy gun. Kyle Gentile. And we have Nick Bonomo for Quakertown, it looks like. So Gentile with the early takedown. Gentile on this season is 14-2. His lone 2 losses come at the Powerade. He was first at Cumberland Valley, first at the prestigious Beast of the East. 4th, like I said, Powerade, and pound for pound, he's rated as the 3rd best wrestler in District 1. He is also a senior and a Lehigh University commit, part of that great class Lehigh is coming in. Not only do they have Kyle Gentile, they also have Jordan Wood from Boyertown, who's pound for pound number 1 in the region. On the other side, we have from Quakertown, senior Nick Bonomo comes with a record 8-6. He was 5th at the Flow Excalibur at Wilkes University, hosted by Wilkes University, put on by Wyoming Seminary. And he was 4th at the Bethlehem Hurricane Holiday Classic. For his career, he's 71-39. Going back to Gentile, for Gentile's career, he's 132-25. He's a returning state medalist as well. Another thing to add to his list of accomplishments in his career. He's riding real tough on this crossface, looking to do that crossface cradle. Now he's going to switch inside, look to Turk to low leg. We have about 38 seconds left in the period. He's up 2-0.
It just seems like yesterday he was a freshman, kind of an unknown freshman, and just he's very methodical. He's just phenomenal hips, great strength. He just keeps working. Makes it look easy.
Yeah. There he is. After the breakdown, goes cross, takes the far arm, maybe look over crossface cradle again. Bonomo motioning to his bench, kind of giving like the hands up, like I got nothing, I can't do anything. Gentile's riding that wrist ride right now. Switching off to 2-on-1.
You know, again with Pennridge's lineup, they can stretch the lineup here. You know, having him up at 185, and you know they're going to bring some hammers the next couple of weights as well. And I think Quakertown isn't as strong up top right now.
Quakertown does have Gavin Karoff in the coming up 220
Yeah,
or possibly heavyweight.
Yeah, he's been bouncing around there, but you know Reinhardt's going to come out here, or excuse me, Reinholdt's going to come out here next probably and seal the deal. I mean, I don't think they can recover point wise anyway at this point, but it's just tough for anybody with Pennridge when you get to this weight class if you haven't kept it close.
Here we go, cheap tilt here. Again, like you said, Gentile just making it look easy. Getting a quick 2.
Yeah, it's effortless, you know.
I think he's really going to open up here in this period. 4-0's definitely probably not good enough for him on Bonomo. He lets him up. Bonomo looks frustrated. Then where do you see Gentile projected next level? Do a nice pass off, trying to get that low single, missing off. See him projected at 84 or 74 pounder. There he goes again, same move. Cuts it back, circles back through, puts him on his butt. Cuts off to a double and finish it off.
You know, I don't think it really matters what weight he goes. I think he's solid on his feet and he can ride. You know, and in college, if you can ride and score back points, you're going to be very successful because I think everyone's tough on their feet. But when he gets on top, he can score points and he can ride and get that bonus point. And with the new scoring, you know, you get the guys on their backs. It's big points.
Yep. You know, Gentile's just relentless. You see him cut him there, and he's just right back, waiting for him to turn right in his face, not giving him any room to breathe.
Yeah, I watched the finals of the Beast online. We were out at Donegal. I got a chance to watch him, and when he needs a takedown, he can go get it. You know, and you don't. He's got some real unexpected quickness when he needs it. And I don't
elbow
think
pass there.
A lot of guys aren't expecting his speed.
Takes into Russian tie. First time we've seen this today from him.
Yeah, nice snap down there, right there. Snapped him right down for 2.
Yep.
19 seconds left here. He's probably going to ride him out.
Try maybe Turk that low leg. Nope. Bonomo was able to get his hip squared back to the mat. You know, at Bonomo's expense, this is a match where Gentile can kind of open up his bag of tricks and work on some things that, you know, maybe when, you know, his higher level matches, you know, regionals, state, beast, power, stuff like that, he wouldn't normally get to do, and you know, maybe sharpen those tools so he can bring it to that level.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 4 years of the beast for them. I mean, these kids come out of here ready to go to the college level.
Bonomo trying to break him down, coming over the top, not working though. I have a feeling Gentile, when he wants to come out, he's going to come out.
And the clock's not running; just started.
It's only Gentile's favor. there it is.
I told you I'd keep my eye on the clock for you.
And you did. You're man of your
I'd be
word.
going ballistic, by the way, if I was on the sidelines. You know that.
Oh, 100%.
Got that overhook.
He tries, it slips out. Ooh, Bonomo, you know, not backing down. You know, it's very easy for a situation like this when you wrestle a guy's caliber to back down and kind of pack it in, but you know, you see right there, Bonomo's not.
Yeah, and Gentile looked a little frustrated too over there.
He's going back to the tie.
Yeah, see if he snaps this down again or he goes for something here. Yeah, he just wants to snap that and score. That's really nice.
Yeah,
that's all power right there. He's going to cut him again. 1 minute to go here in the third.
Right.
Red's getting called for stalling there. Quakertown has got to be frustrated with that call. I mean, he just turned his back, going out of bounds, but he's going to put him right up here.
He never turned and faced him, so that's why he didn't get to
he's going to
escape.
come on with this optional start. Likes to pound the head there. Again, going to get called for stalling again. There it is.
There it is.
I mean, you got to turn and face there.
Exactly.
Let's see if he does it again. I think he's going to give it to him one more time with the optional.
Yep.
See
maybe come around front, trying to jump on the front head, maybe get something more. There you go. So Gentile's working with the major right now, trying to duck under there for a little bit of a dump. But almost countering.
Drag out. Looking for a little thigh pry there. Nothing doing. 32 seconds left here. I'm sure they want Kyle to finish with a takedown, so I'm sure he's going to be pushing for it here with 30 to go.
Nice shot attempt there, countered by Bonomo.
Got that arm again.
Yep.
Trying to pass the elbow with a shot. And he comes back in with it again. Very impressive. You know, Dan Gable talks about attrition. You know, keep attacking the same arm, same leg, you're going to get it, and that's exactly what Kyle did there.
And you used the adjective methodical early on, and you know, explains it, describes it to a T.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a joy to watch. I mean, his whole career. You know, he's lost some big matches, but I think this year he's battle tested. I think he's got one focus, and I think he'll turn it up each week. And that's what you got to do. You can't let it all go early. You got to peak in March.
Yep. We have Andrew Reinhold here for the home Rams, and for
Jesse Redmond, I believe.
Jesse Redmond for the visiting Quakertown Panthers. Reinhold comes in with a record of 10-7. Redmond, the shot attempt defended by Reinhold. A lot of movement from Redmond on bottom. Again, as I was saying, Reinhold comes in with a record of 10-7, 25-19 as a junior, 67-48 for his career. This season saw him play 6th at the Cumberland Valley Kickoff Classic, and there you see him put him back on his feet. You know, Glenn said it earlier that Pennridge lives on their feet. You know, it's that's where they're probably their most comfortable. But you know, we watched them today, and you know, every guy rode tough on top. It's been a pretty dominating performance. Every in on a far side high crotch, cracks the hip down.
Yeah, you know, last year Pennridge team success really kind of rode with Reinhold. I mean, Reinhold was a cog up there up top. I mean, he did his job every time. I mean, 25-19, you're like, that's not really that good. But, I mean, look at the competition they were in.
Yeah.
You know, and the district duels all the way to the state duels. I mean, this kid grinded. And he was very, very important to their team success last year. And he's going to be again this year. You know, they really don't have the heavyweight like they had last year. You know, with...
Got double unders. He's now sunk into a bear hug. Redmond trying to pull out. That was also borderline fleeing the mat as well. You know, Redmond was really pulling out.
I like that call. I mean, you're seeing it more this year. I think there's an emphasis from our local chapter. I know down in the Willow Grove chapter, there's an emphasis on that. I don't know about it across the state. Have you seen it up there in the Pac-10 at all? Or?
No, we really haven't. We as far as Pac-10 goes, we've only covered Pottsgrove and Wissahickon early on in the season. I'm working with PCTV tomorrow to do the Boyertown O&J match. We'll see if we see anything there.
Yeah, I mean, at the Wetzel we saw it called a couple times. I think it's a good call.
Nice over-under step behind trip by Reinhold. He's pretty slick on his feet too. He wrestles like a 60-pounder at 195 pounds.
Yeah, he likes the big move too. Let's not kid ourselves. You know, you go back to the old days with Pennridge, and they used to the midget program. They were just known for the mixer. You know, they're close to the valley up here. They practice up there every now and then, and you don't see them doing that as much anymore. They've really gone clean with the high crotches and the doubles and the dumps. But they like to look for the big move every now and then.
Oh, nice suck back. He's got Redmond in trouble here.
Yeah, once he hooks that arm. Loose jumping all around. Finally found the fall there. Looks like they're going to send out Korea here. They got both Karoff and Korea ready to go. Quakertown does.
So
not really going to matter. They're going to send Karoff out.
Stephen Dadio for Pennridge. Dadio's a sophomore, big guy for a sophomore. 3-4 record on the year, 3-4 for his career. Karoff, senior. 13-5 in the season, 4th at Flow Excalibur, 4th at Bethlehem Catholic, and ranked number 2 in the region. Our latest rankings that came out last night.
Yeah, 220 is pretty much wide open after Jordan Wood, and Karoff, coming in state qualifier last year. I mean, he's the next best man there. See what he can do in the postseason.
Came more open with the recent diagnosis of with Christy Francesco. For those that don't know, was beat testicular cancer back in the fall during football season. Dadio, first one back to the circle after getting thrown out of bounds. To the delight of the Pennridge fans, they like to see that hustle, that grit, that determination. Karoff just threw him for a loop. But as I was saying, DeFrancesco, beat the cancer back in the fall during football season, was good to go, cleared. Right before the holiday, found out that it was back, and then his last match was at your place at the Wetzel Classic in the final.
And he earned an Outstanding Wrestler Award there, beating a state place winner from Delaware. I think he finished 4th in the state from Delaware, and great match, winning it in overtime. So, yeah, it's a shame there. I talked to him after the Wetzel, and he was in good spirits, and unfortunately that may have been his last match of the season, and good way to go out.
Yeah, very good prognosis though.
Yeah, but he was going to start some treatment on the following Monday, so hopefully all well to him. We wish him well and hope to see him out there again.
So it's still 0-0 here, 25 seconds going to first period.
Yeah, I'm surprised Karoff isn't sticking to the basics here, getting a takedown. I think he's a little bit caught up in the hype here.
Yeah.
I think he's just got to slow it down a little bit. Look for some clean. 10 seconds to go. I mean, if he goes scoreless here, a little momentum for the Pennridge Ram wrestler.
Yep, and he's going to bring it.
Yep.
So. Yep, the sophomore just got a shot in the arm, got out of the first period. Wrestling tough, 0-0. He takes down one of his choice. Get those ever important first point of the match if possible.
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually goes down here. This could have been a mistake, but we'll see.
Karoff goes out looking for the crossface cradle as Dadio sits out. Can't tell if he's locked up. I think he does.
Broke it.
Dadio's a long body for Karoff. Typically you don't see guys as his stature throwing crossface cradles on big guys.
Trying to stuff that arm.
He's got it
now. He's locked this one up.
He's got it locked up tight. Got to get that low knee in the side and bend them around it to pin that upper back to the mat. And there he goes. He gets it. As soon as I made the comment that you don't see guys that size putting cradle in those bigger guys, he makes me look dumb. Not the first time.
Well, I think the Panthers work on one thing on top in the room, and that's a crossface cradle.
So we have Justin Carrera for the Quaker Panthers. He's 7-5 in the season. Comes the year in which he went 19-11 as a junior. He's 31-23 for his career, and he is wrestling Brian Lafty from Pennridge. Lafty, a freshman, another big guy here up top. I mean, you talked about loaded with big guys. Freshman, 285, 1-3 on the season.
And again, Korea, an undersized heavyweight. That's where they pretty much put him. And he wrestled there last year and did a pretty good job. Going up. He's kind of undersized for a heavyweight, but he's gritty. He's going to keep coming.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a nice change of level, but Lafty using that weight to his advantage. Lafty looks every bit of a freshman. He does have the baby face. He's on that front heading out the underhook. Let's see if he looks to pound him. And
he's got to extend him here, get him to the mat. Here we go.
There you go.
Try and spin behind now. Maybe a little butt drag here if he can get behind.
Near ankle. regardless of what he's doing, he's getting pressure on Correa. He's making him carry him. So he's wearing him out, but he's got to lift that, maybe lift and throw that near ankle. Coach, or the bench pleading with him to circle behind. 45 seconds go in the first period, and Lafty takes the 2-0 lead. Looking cross-face cradle, gets kind of high. Correa rolls him over. Yep. Nothing yet, no reversal.
Here it comes.
There it is. And more, reversal and more for Correa. He's got him in trouble. He's got the low arm trapped.
25 seconds left here.
He's going to come out, maybe go head to head with him. There's the fall. At the minute and 39-second mark to end the match, make it 45-25.
Well, all I can say is, Pennridge, obviously in the Suburban 1 League Continental, they're the cream of the crop, and they may be the best team, coming out of the Suburban 1 League. I know there's a lot of talk about Council Rock South. It'll be a very interesting dual meet if they meet in the district duels. So I'm looking forward to that. I really wish we had a Suburban 1 League, dual meet tournament. I'd really like to see that. But we're just going to keep guessing in the rankings all year until we see it.
Yeah.
So
we see Council Rock South and Rock North, Rock South coming up one of our broadcasts.
Yeah, for the Uni Cup there.
For the Uni Cup, and like you said, Rock South has balanced their lineup, but will they be able to overcome the horses? Like we talk about the Parkers and the Stillings and the Rushes and the Gentiles. Then you throw in guys like Blanchard was tough. Reinhold was super impressive tonight. So it's not just overcoming those 4 or 5 tough guys. They just have like a ton of bullets in the gun.
Yeah, I mean, and one of those two teams is going to have to challenge Boyertown. I mean, Boyertown again, they're going to be one of the top teams in the state come district duel time, certainly at the state duels. So I really want to see who this second team is coming out of District 1. So I hope we actually see that matchup. I'd love to see that semifinal. I don't know if we will, but I want to see it.
Well, I think if things progress the way they should, these kind of 3 teams, these 3 teams have distanced themselves from everyone else. Upper Darby, Downingtown, they're in the discussion. If they somehow can sneak in with that 3 seed over one of these teams, well then, who knows? But I mean, the seeding committee should be Boyertown 1, and then Rock South, Pennridge 2, 2, 3, or 2.
It'll be a fun meeting. Mike and I will be there. I'll be rolling my eyes at Mike when we make some bad moves, but I'll just let everybody know every time we get together with the coaches and do that, it's a great day, and I think we always get the top 4 right, and I think that's really important.
And then you have that 2-3, and you'll see that 2-3 matchup in the semis, because in all reality, there's no one in the floating around that's gonna challenge them essentially. I mean,
I mean not with Boyertown up top. I mean the number 4 team, they're going to have an incredible run to do that. So I mean you're really looking at Pennridge and Council Rock South and Boyertown. I mean it's going to be a great postseason. I'm so excited. I mean I know we're only in early January here, but I mean everyone's looking forward to March, and you guys are doing a great job, and the coverage has been outstanding this year. I thank you for coming to the Wetzel, and the rankings. I mean all the talk you guys get generated for wrestling, and look what we did here tonight, getting everybody out. I mean this is a big local rivalry, backyard brawlers.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. So thanks for having me on, and
Glenn, thank you for jumping in. I'm glad you were here and take advantage of the situation. You're welcome anytime. We'll have to plan another one.
I'm free most Friday nights.
We just got to find a good match we got to cover. And if, as always, if there's anyone on the forum, you have any feedback you want to give us, criticism is also welcome. Anything you think we should do, you want us to do, within reason, we'll see what we can do to help you out with your requests. Also, if you want a match that's covered, please contact put on the forum. Contact Mike Leister on the PAWrestling.com, and we'll make it happen. Glenn, again, I can't thank you enough for coming on with us today. I hope to have you on again, and you provide some great insight. I thought we worked good back and forth, some good banter, and hey, I'm even open to put up for guests at the table.
Hey, that's what you got to do. You got to get it.
And we can do something weekly if we can find another coach that's available. I know Steve DeRaflo from O&J Roberts has offered his assistance if he's ever available to come do a match. So we welcome anyone who wants to come to a match. Again, contact us about that. Have some guest speakers coming in, some guest guys, commentators. Always looking to make it evolve and make it better.
All right, I'm getting out of the ridge, man. I'm in some rough territory up here.
Mike and I have a long ride back to Pottstown, so we got to
see you guys. Thanks again.
All right, thank you. Take care, Glenn.